Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, dogs, cats, and every single one of you Titans fans who were mad as hell because we got our second win of the season and ruined our draft spot.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Welcome to episode 13 of season 9 of Titans Idiot Nation. With you as always is your host, T.I. Yep, you guessed it, that's me in a Santa hat. That's me in a Santa hat. Look, Christmas came early for Titans fans because we finally got to see another victory on the season.
Yeah!
All right, felt like that Titanic meme. It's been 84 years. Tell you what, it's been 84 years since we've seen an opening drive touchdown. That's for damn sure. I know a lot of y'all are mad and angry because we need to conserve that draft capital. And I get it. I'm right there with you. I think it's super important, all right? I was wanting us to get the number one pick too, but I also enjoy watching my team get a victory. All right? Maybe I'm a sadomasochist. Maybe I'm a weirdo. Maybe I'm an idiot. But hey, it is what it is, all right? Doesn't mean we still can't get the number one pick. We have 4 games left. We're probably not going to win any of them.
Nope.
Yes, we might win the Saints game. We could win the Saints game, all right? So we got the Niners, got the Jags, got the Saints, got the Chefs. Not in that order, all right? Chef's on a slump, all right? Breaks my heart, just like I'm sure it does yours. But look, we just can't assume we're going to lose every game because we're a bad team, all right? Because we proved this past week against the number 2 defense in the NFL that we can get a victory. Week before against Jacksonville, oh my God, tale of two cities. I think that was the worst football game I have seen the Titans play in years. Didn't look like one player wanted to be even on the field.
Bruh.
Body language from everyone in that Jacksonville Jagoffs game was atrocious. This past weekend in Cleveland, the boys got it together. My man Tony Collard Greens with a career day, 161 yards and 2 tutties. Titans fans, you can thank me for that because I put him on my bench in fantasy football because he hadn't done all season. And that's what happens, all right? If anybody plays fantasy football, you know how it goes. The minute you make a lineup adjustment, that player will go the off. All right, so shout out to Tony Collard Greens, all right? That was an incredible performance on my fantasy bench. But you helped propel the Titans to their second victory of the year, and I ain't mad at that.
Come on.
Some things to like about the Cleveland game. There's some things to like. That was a tough defense, all right? Tough defense. A lot of quarterbacks have not fared well against that team. All right, some of your studs, Goff, Stafford, all right, they put up pedestrian numbers. I'm not knocking what Cam did because, hey, he still got 2 tutties. I know he only had 117 yards, but hey, that's pretty much par for the course this season with that young man. I know a lot of you think that I've turned my back on Cam or that I'm a Cam hater. No, look, I'm just a realist. That's who I am. It's my job to give you the facts. It's your job to digest them and then make an opinion, okay? We all get opinions. Everybody's got one just like all right? Like I said, Tony Collard Greens, without the offensive line, Tony Collard Greens doesn't have that career day, so that was surprising. Jeffrey Simmons, this man's 1/2 sack away from his career best. Like we said all season long. This man's best season ever as a pro is being wasted on this god-awful team.
Bruh.
I just hope that he sticks around for the long haul. He doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve it. I mean, honestly, he should be traded to a team that has a Super Bowl caliber roster because he deserves it. Jeffrey Simmons is a real one. Shout out to him for being nominated for Walter Payton Man of the Year. Make sure everybody gets that vote in for Big Jeff. But besides that, not a whole lot to get excited about. Yeah, Cam Ward had 2 touchdowns, 117 yards. Hey, again, that's a tough defense. That is a step in the right direction for him. But this man still has to prove something. All right, he has to run the ball. He has to stop holding on to the ball and inviting sacks. All right, he's got to improve his attitude a little bit. All right, he's got to improve his attitude a little bit. He is showing his rookie signs. Talking about how games like this are making him lose the love for football. My man, nobody wants to hear that.
Nope.
You already started the We Ass movement. Shout out to you for that because we have already sold over 700 shirts, which is insane. They're still moving today. All right, maybe you could get a We Ass shirt for your entire family for Christmas. All right, we got 3 different kinds, you know. Speaking of Christmas, hey, you can even get this shirt if you want. You can get a Titans Idiot Nation shirt. All right, support an idiot this Christmas. All right, help me put some beer in my belly. Help me put some food on the table for my family. Shedeur Sanders. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. All right, did he outplay Cam? Absolutely. Is he going up against a weaker defense? Absolutely. But I'm not diminishing what this young man did. All right, he put up 400 yards and 4 tutties. So I am not knocking what he did, but I think we need to dial back the nonsense. All right, we're reading a little too much into it. Browns fans, you might got you a good one. Who knows? But you got to get Stefanski out of there because, my God, the 2-point conversion, what in the world? All I can say is that he totally is sabotaging your team. Maybe he's trying to get the #1 pick, all right? Maybe he's trying to get Fernando Mendoza. Yeah! Like I said, Fernando Mendoza would look damn good in two-tone blue. I'm just saying. All right, maybe Cam Ward needs a little competition. We're light years away from competing. Who cares if we use another pick on a quarterback? I'm not out on Cam. I'm not knocking Cam. There are some traits I like about the young man. I do like that he is a likable leader. All right, I think he can command a huddle. I admire his toughness. All right, the way he evaded that sack, threw dude down on his head, tossed the ball out of bounds. Probably the most awesome incompletion I've ever seen in my entire life. And so again, I am not out on Cam Ward. I'm not a Cam Ward hater. I'm not a racist like even some people have claimed I am. You should look at the graveyard of Titans jerseys in my closet, okay? I don't own a Caucasian player jersey, okay? So let's just dial back the racist nonsense, all right? But the Shedeur Sanders, Cam Ward battle is over. All right, we survived. We got the win. Sure, we wanted Cam to outplay Shedeur, but he didn't. It is what it is. We all knew it was coming. Yeah! Moving on to this week, we got the San Francisco 69ers headed out to California. Going, back to Cali. No, not Callahan, California, all right? We're never going back to Callahan. Got Brock Purdy, all right? Got Brock Purdy. We got Christian McCaffrey. All right, we got George Kittle. We got Jawan Jennings. We got Ricky Paracel. Those are good players. Those are good players. I don't think we're getting a dub this week, okay? Don't think we are going back-to-back wins. I think it's going to be a long, hard road out of hell going up against the Niners. Even though they've been busted up all season, they are still right in the hunt. All right, I think they're like the 5th seed in the NFC or something like that. They've been playing with practice squad players practically all season. Mac Jones went in there looking like Joe Montana. Okay, so we cannot take the Niners lightly. Hopefully this week the Giants win and the Raiders win, and maybe we lose, and we're right back up at the top of the draft. All right, because we are trying to become only the 5th team in NFL history to have back-to-back #1 picks, and I damn sure think we can do it. What we do with that draft pick, not my job to figure it out. I know a lot of you still call me a hater, a fake fan. That's one thing I got called this week, a fake fan. I'm not even a real fan. Bro, I've been watching this team since longer than some of you have been alive, all right? I was watching preseason games at Vanderbilt Stadium. I was 21 years old in the 10th row watching the Music City Miracle live before my eyes. I got to go in the tunnel in the locker room and celebrate with the players and coaches and hang. All right? Stop calling me a fake fan. I used to be on the sidelines taking photos. Stop calling me a fake fan. I used to cover the Titans for the Examiner. Stop calling me a fake fan. Just because I don't support them with blind optimism and I call them out on their bull from time to time, doesn't make me a fake fan. It makes me a real fan. So look, whatever happens this week, I don't care. I'm still riding high from the second victory of the season. Love it or hate it, it's here, it's not going away. Tighten the hell up. Maybe beat the Niners, maybe don't. At this point, I don't give a flying. Merry damn Christmas.